The world is changing. Businesses need to change. Customers today demand a lot more from businesses, and so do our employees. At Bank of the West, our strategy is to create a positive environment for the society and the world.
The UN SDGs are important for sustainable development growth because they are the blueprint for a global development agenda. And what they really try to address are the most pressing challenges that we face globally, from poverty to climate change and inequality.
At Bank of the West, UN SDGs are a part of our strategy and business practices. The two in particular are gender equality and clean and affordable energy. Having more women in executive and leadership positions is extremely important to ensure that we have diverse opinion in the boardroom and in every meeting. 50% of the world's population are women. We need to mirror the clientele we serve.
Correcting the gender imbalance in the banking industry is not just the right thing to do, but it's also the smart thing to do because it's good for business. Women are a huge prospective base of customers for the bank. In fact, in the last decade alone, the number of women-owned businesses grew at 58%, while the other businesses led by men grew by only 12%. In addition, a recent IMF study revealed that banks with a higher number of women board members have a higher capital buffer, they have a lower percentage of bad loans, and they have a higher resistance to financial stress.
Economic research shows that having more women in the workforce has a number of important benefits, including stronger economic growth, reduced poverty, increased labor productivity, and innovation. Women bring a number of important skills to the labor force, and they also increase the size and competitiveness of the labor pool. U.S. economic research has shown that a 10% increase in female labor force participation increased real wages for all workers by 5%.
At Bank of the West, we take gender diversity very seriously. In fact, nearly 40% of my executive team are women, and we promote diversity throughout the organization.
Gender inequality has a significant impact on business outcomes. Increased gender diversity correlates with more productive firms as measured by market value and revenue growth. There are three reasons for this. One, a diverse workforce is a magnet for talent. When you value diversity, you encourage the exchange of diverse ideas, and a diverse workforce signals competent management to investors.
Our parent company, BNP Paribas, is a great supporter of the United Nations He for She movement and is focused on creating gender diversity throughout the organization.
Bank of the West, we're really proud to be able to support gender equality in the community for women at all stages of their professional development. We actually have a program that we do annually for women who have established businesses. We bring them to a leadership program in partnership with the Stanford Graduate School of Business. We're really proud of the partnership we have with Grameen to help put microfinance in the hands of women so they can start their businesses and help grow their communities. And finally, we're really proud to be able to sponsor research with Closing the Women's Wealth Gap that allows the industry to better understand how to support women increasing their wealth.
Climate change is the most urgent issue facing the planet today. We've made bold decisions on what we finance and what we don't to save the planet.
For example, we no longer finance tar and oil sands mining, as well as Arctic oil drilling and gas projects.
This is our way of creating positive change.
There's this perception out there that renewable energy is just too expensive. But the economic research on this is actually quite promising. A recent study has shown if we double the amount of renewable energy in the global economy by 2030, we could increase global GDP growth by 1.1 percentage points and increase global employment by 24 million jobs.
In 2018, Bank of the West made a $1 billion commitment to finance renewable energy transition, renewable energy projects, as well as energy efficiency and conservation projects.
It's estimated that climate change will cost the U.S. economy hundreds of billions of dollars by the end of this century. And even in a low emissions state, They expect at least a 0.2 to 0.4% reduction in US GDP towards the end of this century. Climate change has the potential to have profound negative effects on California's economy and industries, but it also presents an opportunity for California to show leadership in some of these new emerging industries like clean energy, like self-driving vehicles, like bioengineering. California has a lot of the elements necessary to be a leader right now. A great educated workforce, a state and local governments that support a lot of these industries and initiatives. We can really be a leader nationally and emerge as a leader globally as well.
Collective progress can be reached when institutions and individuals realize that the bank they choose can have profound implications on society's needs and challenges. For example, most recently, the city of West Hollywood moved their accounts to Bank of the West because of our values. This is a great example of city leaders creating positive change on behalf of their constituents. Our hope is that our policies will reach the world and go beyond the boundaries of California. Leaders should be asking themselves, why wouldn't they create a value-based culture? Why wouldn't they redefine their industries for a better future?